this creamer is pretty good. You have to use a little bit more than usual of it to like really get the cookies and cream flavor, but I like it because it's not too sweet, but you're still getting the cookies and cream vibe. Morning everyone, welcome to another week of my life. My name is Abby if you're new here, and I typically upload twice a week here on YouTube. Definitely subscribe so you can stick around for all the good content, and follow me on my social media, which is always linked down below. Today's Tuesday and I wanted to kick off the vlog. I didn't start it off yesterday because I was basically on and off the phone all day with our bank. We thought there was like maybe potentially somebody trying to hack into our bank account. Didn't really know what was going on, but it all ended up fine. It just took a really long time to get sorted out. But thankfully everything's fine, and I also was just not feeling very good yesterday. Had the worst headache ever. Still kind of battling with it today. I don't really know why it's here. I'm just guessing that it's because it's my time of the month, so we're just gonna say that's what it is. I did get my nails done yesterday though, because I have an event tonight, y'all, and it is an exciting event. It's with Urban Decay, which is just so full circle. Literally, if there was a brand that got me into being a content creator, if you want to consider the domino effect. When I was 13 or 14, I got an Ulta gift card from my grandma for Christmas or my birthday. I didn't really know what to get from Ulta with this. My mom and I used to love taking advantage of their little, if you spend $35 on Ulta brand cosmetics, you would get like this $150 or $100 set free of a bunch of Ulta goodies, like Ulta brand makeup, usually like a cute makeup bag. My mom and I did that like twice. When I got in like 7th or 8th grade, she would be like, oh, do you want any of these products? And I would like pick them out. Had no idea what I was doing with makeup, but I absolutely just like loved playing with it and having like all the different little bags. But when I was like 14, I was like, well, what else is there to Ulta? And being the little researcher I am, I went to Pinterest, I think, and just looked up like Ulta products or something like that. Found all these different blog posts about makeup. And you already know what was in the spotlight at the time. It was the Urban Decay Naked palette. So I got the Naked palette. And that singular palette is what got me into watching YouTubers. And watching YouTubers is what kind of got me to want to maybe start my own channel one day, which I eventually did. So it's very full circle, and this is my first event with like a big brand like this. I've been to events, but they've been mainly with Houston-based companies, which is still really amazing, and I'm very thankful for all those opportunities too, because connecting on a local level is so special. But it's for their new Face Bond foundation, so I'm just really excited. I'm equally nervous as I am excited though, honestly. But whole reason I got my nails done, which I know I was like, I'm not getting my nails done anymore or whatever, and I got them done for my birthday. I knew I was probably gonna end up getting them done after that. I think I'm honestly probably just gonna go through the summer getting them done, and then I'm gonna try and keep doing them myself through the fall and winter, just because of different trips I have planned this summer. I wanted to get them done because I had 5 like missing nails, and I was like, I'm not going to an event like this. And I was talking to my friend Julia because I was showing her what color I was getting, and I was like, honestly, I feel like I'm still working through not feeling guilty getting my nails done, because growing up it was definitely a treat, like something we did every once in a while. It wasn't ever something I got done on the regular growing up. I didn't start getting my nails done until I was in college, like making money off of YouTube and stuff. So it was such like a luxury and such a treat. So I think I almost mentally feel guilty for spending the money on it. Her and I were both saying like, we're both so thankful to be in a place where we can afford to spend the money on getting our nails done every month. Like, it's just one of those nice little luxuries that I wanted to like take a step back and be thankful for, because it hasn't always been that way. But I'm also trying to remind myself that, okay, you know, just because it was that way growing up, you know, you don't have to forever stay in that mindset for the rest of your life. You can be grateful that you are where you are now and not feel guilty about treating yourself to this, because it's something you can do. I'm normally just like pastels only, but I love this green. It's so different for me, but I just really love it. makeup for the event tonight. I filmed a whole reel of and TikTok. I'll put it on YouTube Shorts too if it ends up being short enough. I tried really hard to just not go into detail about anything I talked about while I was getting ready, but I talked about like all the jobs I've worked while I was getting ready for this event since it's so full circle. But I'll also have the video on my LTK with all the products if you don't have any social media and I can't post the video on YouTube Shorts. So glad this event doesn't start until 7 because I have time to eat dinner and I don't have to like eat out. I'm gonna go make dinner now because Griffin's on the way. I was thinking I was gonna wear this black like tube top and this long Princess Polly black skirt, but I'm not really feeling that anymore. I might do a dress, but I also might just do like some black pants and a cute top. Just know the vibe of this place is very like dark and moody. So I don't really know if I want to wear like a green summery dress, you know what I mean? Try and film a reel of my outfit before I leave because I actually have time, surprisingly. But yeah, dinner was amazing. I just threw this outfit together. I know it's not very spring summerish at all. This is a very light top though, and just with the venue that we're going to and just the vibe of Urban Decay, I was like, I feel like I should be wearing this. This is just an Urban Outfitters tube top, but this top is from Revolve and I got it in gifting a while ago and I've honestly never worn it because it's just really difficult to wear, but it's so cute. Like I love the sleeves on it and it's really lightweight. But I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? I could tie it because it has buttons, but the 3 buttons are like, the first one is here and the last one's like here. So you have to wear it with like a bralette situation and it's like longer too. So I just could never figure out how to wear it. And I actually think this is perfect. These little black pants from Princess Polly that are kind of like metallic looking. They're really comfy. I was gonna wear a dress or a skirt, but I am just so bloated right now from my period. And I was like, I don't like my belly being all bloated and out with like a form-fitting full outfit. So I wanted to like feel good, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it shows when you're not feeling as confident. And then these shoes, these are literally so trash. They're from Bellini, but I wore them for the day I got engaged and they got so destroyed in like the mud and the wet grass from that day. And I also wore them to like a wedding and they were just destroyed. So I was like, I'm gonna wear these because I'm going to like a bar. Just stick them with these, and I think the tone of the gold in these shoes matches this top better than the Walmart ones I have that I love too. And then my little Princess Polly bag. Also these earrings, y'all, oh my gosh. I got them from Revolve recently and they were like 50 bucks, but I wanted a pair of hoops that weren't just like plain gold chunky hoops because that's what all of my jewelry is. It's either my little dainty hoops that I wear every day or it's my big gold chunky hoops, and those are like literally the only gold earrings I have. And I was like, I want something that's not a chunky hoop but it's not super dainty. I got these from Revolve and they are so cute because it's really like 2 hoops kind of, and then it has a drop down, so it's honestly pretty similar to the ones I wear on a daily basis, just like a larger version. But they're so freaking cute. My chunky gold hoops are too much sometimes with like necklaces and stuff, but then my dainty earrings, I'm like, I want a little bit more. So this is the perfect in between. And then this little 2-layer right here is one necklace and it's really old from Revolve. I got it on like clearance for like 30 bucks last year. And then my Brook and York necklace. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I am gonna drive myself. I didn't really want to. I want to walk to and from my car by myself. I think they're providing $20 valet at the hotel next to the venue. So we're gonna do that because that's cheaper than getting 2 Ubers would be, honestly.
Our newest foundation, Face Spot. Have you had the opportunity to try it yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've seen it like all over social
Okay,
media.
good. Okay, good. So I'm very excited for you because we're going to shave that you, and then you're going to get one.
I'm so excited.
They're going to send it to you in like a week or 2.
Okay, perfect.
And I'll tell you a little bit about it so you know more about it when I put it on you as well. Can I stop inside of your wrist, please?
Yeah.
Do you normally like to wear a cool tone?
That's like the question of my life.
Okay.
Am I cool or warm? I don't know.
I can see you being either neutral or cool.
Okay.
I'll do a swatch of both on you, and then you can decide.
Okay, sounds good. Or some days my veins look blue, some days they look green. I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, you're probably closer to a neutral then.
That's what I was thinking.
But do you mind if we go on your neck?
Oh, no, do whatever you want.
That way you can really see it against your skin.
Perfect.
So this is the cool tone.
Okay.
This is the number 9.
Gotcha.
you have stuff in your And this is the neutral.
Perfect.
Fill that out. I think they can both work on you.
Yeah.
It might come down to your preference.
Yeah.
If I were choosing for you, I would choose the gold.
Okay, yeah. No, I see that. This one leans a little bit more yellow,
It's
I think.
a little more worn. Yeah, totally. Okay, cool. So I'll blend you out. It also has a setting powder built into it.
Oh.
So it is self-setting. Now, if you want to put a setting powder on top of it, you can, but you don't have to.
Love that.
You're going to get that all-day, 24-hour wear regardless. So I'm excited for you to try it. It is really quite excellent. Did you get a hamburger yet?
I did not. Okay. I heard they were good.
I was like, why is this hamburger so good?
Like the best thing.
And then this is our classic, iconic Moon Dust pattern.
So great.
Have you ever worn Moon Dust before?
I have not, but I have owned every naked palette in existence.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I know that I'm actually wearing the naked, the metallic, the metal.
Oh, yeah, yes.
That's on my eyes now.
I love that one. That silver and that gold that's
Oh my
in
God.
there is so pretty.
So good.
It's so perfect.
Yeah,
So this is our Moon Dust. This went viral.
yes.
And it is a really nice like topper for the look, or you can wear it just by itself. It's so pretty on your skin. But just to add a little bit of extra spice.
Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah. Oh, looks so good.
You'll never get this angle in my bathroom because I'm normally have the camera over here when I'm getting ready. This coffee is literally saving my life right now. It's just hitting the spot. I'm gonna show y'all my curly hair routine that I did to have my curls how they were the last few days. It's Ashley Lamarca, I think is her name on TikTok, and I'll leave her original TikTok down below. But I tried her routine on Sunday, absolutely loved it for my curls, so I'm probably gonna be doing that from now on, unfortunately, because it involves a lot of products and it's a lot more high maintenance than my usual one product and let it air dry situation, but the curls are worth it and they last longer. Starting with soaking my hair with this aerosol bottle. These are so good, especially if you have curly hair, for refreshing your hair. I don't know if I've talked about it before on YouTube, but I love it just to like spray in my hair and just add a little bit more product if I'm in between washes. I did wash my hair this morning, but because I woke up early still, like 6:30, even though I went to bed at like 11. I laid in bed for a little bit and then I finally like got up and was like, I'm going to go on a walk with Ella and wash my hair, eat some breakfast, all that good stuff. But my hair's dried a little bit since I washed it, so I'm just trying to get it to a soaking wet point. I'll have all the products that I use for my curl routine linked down below. I'll put them in my storefront and I'll also put it on my LTK depending on like what you use. So for the first step, you truly want your hair to be absolutely soaking wet. And she brushes her hair, which I did do last time and I did it with my Denman brush, but I'm gonna comb this time because I usually comb my hair and I just think that combing is better for my hair specifically, especially when it comes to like frizz and stuff. So I'm just combing through my hair to get the tangles and stuff out, but she does brush. I also will have this video on my TikTok and on my Instagram probably the same day that this video goes up, but this video is honestly probably gonna go up first. But I know a lot of y'all aren't on social media, so I'm also gonna post it on my shorts so that y'all have a short form version of this to go back to. But if you like the sitting with me, chatting with me while I do my hair vibes, then this part's great for you. But then she goes in with a leave-in, and I'm using the Mizani 25 Miracle Milk. This stuff is so good. Just do a couple spritz on my fingers, and then I'm kind of just running it through more so the ends of my hair so that my hair doesn't get super greasy at the root, because leave-ins do make my hair a little bit more greasy. And then she goes in with curl cream, and y'all know the AG Care recoil cream is my favorite. I'm almost out of this bottle, but I already have a backup bottle that I bought during the Ulta sale, and I probably use 3 pumps for my whole head. And I try to just bring all my hair sort of over my shoulders and do praying hands with this to get the cream in, but I also comb my fingers through a little bit, and then I kind of just gather it all together to make sure the product gets nice and distributed evenly. I'm just using like 2 full pumps, but the crazy thing to me is that she says to put it in your roots too, which I have never ever been one to do curl cream in my roots. So I did like 2 full pumps, and then I'm doing a baby pump that I'm gonna really just focus on my ends. And then we go in with mousse after the curl cream, and this is the Cake brand. It smells like a lemon shortbread cookie. It's absolutely nuts. And when I washed my hair the other day, I just like kept going up the Griffin and I was like, don't I just smell amazing? Because it literally makes your hair smell so good. This is the Big Wig Volumizing Mousse. And you don't want to be shy with the mousse. We're going to use a lot of it. I might even use a little bit more than this. And we're mainly going to be focusing this on the roots to really get the volume in our hair. So we're going to go upside down to do that. I'm just going to be kind of shaking this in my roots throughout my hair. It smells so good, y'all. I wish you could smell it through the camera because it's just absolutely nuts how much it smells like a lemon cake. I'm doing just a tad more so I can get the back of my hair that I didn't really get well. And then you very gently want to get your hair back down. You don't want to do like a dramatic flip because it's going to stretch your curls out. And now it's scrunch time, and she uses the green cap version of this gel. But the other day when I filmed this routine for TikTok and Instagram, I used the Aveda Be Curly Coil Definer Gel, and this stuff was really good. I really liked it. Since the other day I tried the Be Curly, I am gonna try this today because I have used it in my curls before and I liked it. So we're gonna try it again. But I've used it before in my curls plenty of times, but with this specific routine, I just wanna try a different gel today because I really want to try out a lot of the different curly hair products I have and see which ones work in each category, like for a mousse, for a curl cream, with this specific routine, if you know what I mean. So I'm going in with this on my fingers, and she kind of starts in the middle of her hair and start scrunching, because if you go on your ends are just going to catch all the gel and it's going to get so crunchy on the ends, which you don't want. What you really want when scrunching is to hear this, because that basically tells you that you got your hair wet enough and that you have enough product in your hair. And I kind of scrunch with my hair on each side. Y'all just saw me on my right, and now I'm kind of going to the left and doing the same sort of procedure with a little bit of gel. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going shy on the gel because it is just so humid here in Houston lately. And I also do it some upside down on top of leaning my head to both sides because that really helps me get the volume, which is something I feel like I didn't do very well last time I did it. And in the spirit of trying out different things each time I do this, I'm gonna use a different diffuser today than what I used the other day. So I have this Deva dryer from Deva Curl. My mom got me this whole like Deva Curl, I don't know how you say it. My mom got me this whole set Christmas of 2019, and it had like a bunch of their products and then also the blow dryer with the diffuser attachment, which their diffuser attachment's like a little hand. It's so funny. But I used my Beach Waver blow brush with the diffuser attachment the other day, so I'm gonna try something different today. And with diffusing, it can be really tempting to just like put your hair in the diffuser, but that's just going to create so much frizz because the more you touch the hair, it's going to get frizzier. And based on her video, you want to angle the diffuser down instead of kind of like going up. So we're just gonna hover around the roots, and then once my hair is about 80% dry, then I will start kind of cupping the hair into my hands and diffusing it like this without touching. So my hair is basically dry now. I know it doesn't really look dry. It's still a little bit damp at my roots, but it's just crunchy right now. If you want to keep a gel cast, which is basically having your hair be crunchy from gel, you can leave it as is, and honestly it probably won't get as frizzy and the curls will probably stay more intact, but it's at the expense of your hair always looking wet. I actually don't mind the look of it, and it's actually so nice in Houston to have a good solid gel cast because it really helps with the humidity. In order to get a gel cast out and like really have your hair be soft again and not crunchy after using a lot of gel, is to use a hair oil, which I did learn from TikTok. She does do this in her routine too. I'm using the Way hair oil. I love the smell of it and it just feels really good. I also use this when I style my hair straight, just to kind of like make my hair look more soft. And you're just gonna put it on your fingers and kind of scrunch through your hair. And it's so crazy because the gel just like literally disappears. Science rules. Just look how different these curls on this side are gonna look here in a second. Look at the difference. These are like fluffy and soft curls now, and my hair actually feels fully dry. And you definitely want to make sure you get the roots too, because my roots are like definitely really crunchy right now. The back of my hair, and then this side curls look good, it just looks flat and lifeless, but the oil brings the life back to the curls. Absolutely crazy what a difference it makes. And that's why it's so important to just use a lot of gel when you are styling your hair and a lot of products, because you can always scrunch out the crunchies. And even if you have like wavy hair, I recommend trying this routine because you literally never know what your hair might do when you try a new routine. Usually this tight underneath, but my top layer is never this curly, even on the first day. And I have so much less frizz compared to when I just air dry. I do really love this blow dryer. I hope they still make it because this definitely was better than the Beach Waver one. The Beach Waver one was great and my hair still looked great. The way the air flows out of this diffuser I think is just a lot better for curls. Yeah, the curls are curling. Let me show the back. There's the back view. So good. And best things about books is you can be like laughing out loud on one page and then a few pages later you're crying. It's just so fun. Me over until dinner, but I'm editing. I've really been working on editing short form content most of today because I just have so many videos in my queue and I'm trying to make sure that like the timing of when certain ones goes up just like makes sense and everything, and was trying to get some things linked on like To Know It for a couple short form videos because I always put my short form content that I post on there as well as a lot of the stuff that you'll see just like in my YouTube videos. I was going to talk to y'all about the event earlier, but then I was like, I'm doing my curly hair routine and I didn't want to be sitting there for like a 20-minute clip of me talking. But the event was so great. I was so nervous just with not having a +1, as I talked about. The first hour when I got there, it was like, what the heck? Why does everybody know somebody? I thought that everybody like wouldn't really know anyone, and I know some people were probably talking because they just like went up to one another. It seemed like there were a lot of people who were like arriving together, and I was like, this freaking sucks. I was trying to get out of my comfort zone and like talk to people and everything, and I was being like very overly smiley. Like I'm not somebody that normally just like smiles at strangers walking by. I'm like very blank face usually, and not because I am mean, I just don't consciously think the smile, but I was literally like forcing myself to smile at every single person I made contact with, and maybe it was a little aggressive, I don't know. Especially since I don't normally do it. I was probably just like, hi, and it probably scared people off. And of course the one girl that I like chose to go up to and talk to ended up being somebody on the PR team for Urban Decay, so I was like, of course, when I'm trying to mingle with other content creators, I talk to somebody who can't sit there and talk with me for any amount of time because she's working. But I went up to her and told her I loved her outfit because I really did. Which when I got there was like this little sign-in thing to get an appointment to go get color match for the new foundation, and I got mine at 8:20, so I had like an hour and a half almost, or an hour and 20 minutes from when I got there until the appointment. And when there was like 30 minutes left, I was kind of just walking around. From the side, I saw someone and I was like, she looks so familiar, and then when I saw her face, she was sitting at the bar, I was like, oh my gosh, that is Libby Christensen. If y'all have been following me for a long time, then you remember me talking about her all the time when I used to work out at an actual gym. In 2019 and 2020, when I did gym workouts strictly, I followed her workouts for the most part. It was her and Nat Be Fit, and they were like the only people's workouts I really used. She moved to Houston recently, and I texted Griffin and I was like, oh my gosh, one of the gym and fitness influencers I follow and like used to do workouts from is here. So I just like whipped out my phone really quick and texted him, and he was like, make it your goal to say something to her. He knows how I get at events. I get just like so in my head, and especially when he's not there, he knows it just like stresses me out to meet new people, especially when I'm by myself and a lot of other people know other people, because I had texted him earlier and said, OMG, I feel like everybody knows somebody. And I was like, I do plan on going up to her. I'm just like trying to find the right time. Where she was sitting was kind of on my way to where I had to get in line to go for the face match. So like 20 minutes before I had to do that, I went up to her and started talking to her, and I was expecting the conversation to just kind of like end organically and then us go our separate ways. But when it was time for me to go get my color match, I was like, oh, have you done your color match yet? Or did you make an appointment? And she's like, oh, it's like not working on my phone for some reason. I like can't get an appointment. And I was like, oh, why don't you just like try and slide up there with me? I'm sure they can like they'll fit you in. It was just funny because her and I ended up hanging out the whole night basically, and she was saying how she didn't know anybody there because she's a fitness influencer primarily, so she was kind of like, why did I get invited here? Because I don't really post makeup content, I don't wear makeup that often. And I was just like, maybe they just loved you and wanted you here. I was totally expecting it to be just like a little fangirl moment for me, and then we kind of go our separate ways. But since she didn't really know anybody either, we kind of just ended up hanging out the rest of the night. We got
pictures together, and it was so great. But everybody there was super great. It was honestly a way busier event than what I was expecting, like so many people there. They are shipping us the shade of the new Face Bomb foundation that we color matched with, but they did give us little gift bags, little Urban Decay on tour, cute clear bags. Then I got a setting spray, a really pretty, it looks like a really pretty color of the Lip Bond. Yes, the 24/7 liner. This is the liner I wore last night to the event. Wonder what shade it is. Wood Stick. Oh, this is lip liner. Never mind. I was thinking that was the eyeliner. So freaking pumped about this. Moon Dust. They put it on my lids last night and it looked unreal. I can't believe I've never tried this, especially with how much I've always loved naked palettes. I'm so excited about this, and it's probably gonna be what I wear on my eyes like 24/7 now when I wear makeup. A cute little pair of socks and some little Houston themed Urban Decay stickers. Very cute and very sweet, and I'm just like so thankful. And I just finished editing my reel of all the content I got from it, which like for brand events, you're not usually required to post anything. Sometimes they want you to organically post stories and stuff, and they didn't ask anything of me or of anyone, I doubt it. Obviously would love for you to, so usually give you like a hashtag choose and stuff if you do post, and I'm totally not required to post a reel, but I thought the clips I got were really fun, so I'm gonna post one. Kim the Man performed like 3 songs, and she's a Houston native, so it was just so fun. But there were definitely a lot of moments where I was just kind of like by myself, kind of vibing. But that's a vibe too, right? Going to these things by myself though definitely helps me be a lot more comfortable in situations where I do have to be alone and have to make small talk with people, so it's good for me. But I'm gonna get back to editing until Griffin gets home, and then we will start on dinner.
Hi, can I please just get a medium iced coffee with oat milk and 2 pumps of caramel swirl, and then 1 of toasted almond? That'll be it. Thank you.
She looks kind of fire today. I've not done this order before, but I have done it with coconut shot, with 1 pump of a coconut shot instead of the toasted almond. So let's give it a shot. It's actually so good today. I have not had Dunkin' this good, and I can't tell you how long. The last 2 times I've come, it's just been like kind of mid, like drinkable, but just not great. And my Dunkin's not very close, so it's a commitment to go. I already showered and went ahead and got ready for the day because I'm going to lunch with Griffin and some of his family, just like on their lunch break. And I wanted to just go ahead and be ready so I didn't run late for that. But I got this Way hair and body mist in PR. I think I showed you all the box yesterday. I can't remember. It was in like a juice box. It was the cutest packaging. But I'm using this to just kind of refresh my hair scent, if you will, because that is one thing I hate about not washing my hair every single day. I feel like my hair especially just picks up the smells of like what I cook and things like that, and like outside and just sweat from like the gym a lot more than regular hair, but maybe it's just because I'm smelling it on me all day. But I love having something like this to just kind of spray my hair and refresh the scent, and that smells so good. But I also wanted to give a quick reflection on my hair now that it's been a day. What I will say is this, because it's the only thing that was different about how I did my hair yesterday when I washed it versus when I did it Sunday with the same exact routine. The only difference was the gel I used, and I think I told y'all yesterday how I used this gel yesterday, but I used this one on Sunday. And looking at my hair right now, I feel like the Aveda Be Curly gel actually helped my curls be a little bit tighter. This gel didn't really do anything for my curls in terms of making them like more tight or anything, but it just holds it as it is instead of helping it scrunch up more. Because when I did my hair Sunday, my curls were, which they're very curly right now, obviously, but they were just very, very kinky almost, which I like because they typically last longer when they're like that. A lot of my hair was like this on Sunday, like super tight kinky curls, whereas these are like a little bit looser. Not much, but just a little bit. But it's crazy that this is day 2 hair. I've slept on this. I had it in a ponytail while I was working out this morning, and I feel like with dark hair it's really hard to tell what my curls look like right now. The way my hair looks though today on day 2 is what my hair typically looks like on wash day when I don't do an elaborate routine. So those are my reflections so far. I need to go downstairs and make a protein smoothie because I've already had coffee and I just like need more in my system, because all I have right now in my system is a go-go squeeze and coffee.
chat because I did finish Funny Story last night and I really enjoyed it. I still have not read Beach Read, and that's like the only Emily Henry book I have not read, which I know is probably like arguably one of her best ones from what I see most people say. So it's definitely on my TBR for this summer. My first book I read by her was People We Meet on Vacation. I did not like it really at all, honestly. It was kind of painful to get through. Then I read Book Lovers, and Book Lovers is one of my favorite books. The thing about me, I love books where the main characters either work or do something related to books, whether that's being a librarian, which is the case of the female main character in this book. And in Book Lovers, it was like an author and a publisher. I love when they're journalists, which is why I love Divine Rivals so much. Something about it is just perfection in my brain, and I think it's because as humans we love books so much. So when the humans in the books that we're reading love books so much, it's just everything amazing is colliding. That's probably my favorite by her, honestly, that I've read so far. And then I read Happy Place last year when it came out, and I really liked Happy Place a lot. Like, it was a very enjoyable experience reading the book, and I read it very quickly. It wasn't very memorable to me. It was more so of like a feel good while reading it and then move on type of situation. Not to say I didn't love it, because I'm pretty sure I rated it 5 stars or 4.5 stars. It just wasn't super memorable for me. And with Funny Story, it feels similar to Happy Place in the sense that it's a feel good kind of comfort read where you feel good while reading it, but this one feels a little bit more memorable to me for some reason than Happy Place does. And that could totally just be because of the circumstances of my life when I read Happy Place versus now. I was like balls to the walls, stressed out of my mind when I was reading Happy Place last year, because it was when I was working my full-time job, planning the wedding, and also being a content creator, so I felt like I was really just trying to finish books and not really enjoy them, if that makes sense. Whereas now I can take my time with books, and I did really enjoy this. And I read this one as a physical copy instead of on Kindle, which I did read Happy Place on my Kindle. I've been reading a lot of fake dating trope books recently, and I didn't really know how I felt about fake dating, but I actually think I really like the trope when it's done well. I'm trying to think of instances where it hasn't been done as well, but honestly most of the books that I've read recently that have had fake dating in them, I've enjoyed. I can see how this book though wouldn't be super memorable or anything special if you can't relate to either of the main characters. The female main character in this book, without giving anything away, one of her just kind of life struggles is always feeling like she's not prioritized by the people in her life that claim to love her. And I think when you think about that from the perspective of friendships as well, or family or relationships, it really hits different and it's hard. It's being 100% transparent. I've had relationships where I have felt like there were other girls on the person's life that were coming before me, and I have been in friendships where I felt like the last backup option if all the other friends were busy. Whereas if I wasn't really thinking about that, or I hadn't dealt with those emotions before, I probably wouldn't have connected with it as much. It's a solid 4.5 stars though for me. Emily Henry just has really, really good witty humor, and it's not just humor between the characters. The humor is also embedded in the internal monologue of the characters, which is what I love because I am kind of like that myself. But the only reason why it wasn't really 5 stars for me is just because it was very unrealistic in a sense, just because a lot of honestly pretty traumatic things happen to the main character, and given the amount of time that this book takes place over, it was a little unrealistic how much happened with the amount of trauma she had, which made it feel a little bit less real and less believable. But it doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy it. That's more so of me just like looking for something to critique, I guess you could say. I did really enjoy it. So I think my Emily Henry rankings as of now are probably Book Lovers, this, Happy Place, and then People We Meet on Vacation, and then I haven't read Beach Read yet, but I will. Because I forgot to bring it in last night after I finished Funny Story, and I was going to start another book, but I ended up just going to sleep because it was already kind of late. We went to lunch earlier. I don't think I've talked to y'all since then, and I wore this Target tank top and these Rollins jeans that I bought for my newly little Target sandals. I love these so much for the summer. They're really comfy too. And then Target like kind of gauzy material button down that I've had since like 2021, I think, when they literally had so much stuff in this material. I think they still sell a similar one though, but I just kind of have this over and took my brown Madewell purse with me. I just cleaned up after dinner. I made the really good herby chicken meatball bowl recipe. When I got home from lunch, which I had to stop by Whole Foods and drop off an Amazon return really quick, but I worked on editing, and this video is taking me so long to edit. I just feel like I have been so out of it this week with my productivity when it comes to editing my long form content, because I filmed a lot of short form content this week and I've edited a lot of short form content this week. But I think now that I'm doing more short form content, I get so used to kind of like the dopamine hit of finishing the full cycle of filming a short form video and editing it and posting it, because it's so fast that now I like almost, I don't want to say I dread, because I definitely don't dread it, but I just have a harder time getting myself to sit down for long amounts of time and edit the way I used to without feeling any resistance towards it. And I think it's because of doing a lot more short form now. I'm kind of feeling just how much more long of a process it is with the long form content. I still enjoy doing it. It's not that, because it's just getting myself to sit down and do it is hard, because a lot of times I'll sit down and I'll go to edit my YouTube video and then I'm like, no, let's just edit the short form content instead, because I'm getting the satisfaction of finishing something so quickly, because it doesn't take me near as long, obviously, to finish. But I've been working on this video since like Monday. I have a little bit left of rough cuts to do, and I do plan on finishing that tonight, because tomorrow I only want to have to do all of the overlays and all that good stuff.
He's coming up 45.
Our place has been like this since, gosh, since we got our door replaced. So for 2 weeks, which is crazy that it's already been 2 weeks, and it's driving me absolutely nuts having all of this out of place. On top of that, like everything that was on our bookshelf is just everywhere. So on this table, and then up here as well. I was specifically waiting on the person who's supposed to be finishing up the drywall over here to come do that before I moved anything back. I'm losing my mind, so we're gonna move back. I'm such an environment person. It's so hard for me to feel like I can get things done, be productive, clean when things are all out of place, and I need to be able to do those things. It just mentally does not leave me in the best mindset. It's just really tough mentally, so I am moving everything back, and except for the bookshelf, of course, because that has to be drilled into the wall. So I'm not gonna worry about that. That's gonna stay on the floor, but I'm at least moving the table back for now until the drywall can come be finished, and then we can get painting done. But I'm losing my mind, so. But I can say that this is gonna look so good having the table here instead of in the middle of the wall and having the bookshelf right there. It's gonna look so good. Also, ignore all the wine on the counter. I did not buy all of that. It's for a brand deal, and they just very kindly sent me a lot. Okay, please tell me why 2 of my memory cards just randomly decided to just not be able to work anymore. Weirdest thing ever. One of them, I can't access footage on it and I can't record anything. Like my camera's just not picking it up, which is okay because I really didn't have any actual footage on there. It was more so like B-roll clips I've been getting to show y'all stuff in our room, which I know I already mentioned, but I can't use it. I'm out of SD card space on my 2 working SD cards right now. And then the other one, for some reason, I just like cannot get it to go into my camera. And it's not broken or anything, but I'm just like, what is going on? I have no SD card space left. I am about to finish up editing a vlog, and I'm about to like just really dive into a whole of planning content and editing, trying to get ahead, because I have a very busy end of May and early June with traveling and going back home. I'm going on a little trip with my mom in the beginning of June. I'm looking forward to all those things, but I want to be able to have content out for you guys, of course, while I'm doing that. And in order for me to be present on like my vacation back home and on this trip with my mom, I have to be ahead with editing. So I need to start planning out the non-vlog videos I'm gonna do to kind of help me be ahead, if that makes sense. Still gonna be having plenty of vlogs, but there are 2 or 3 non-vlog related videos that I'm really wanting to film between now and like mid-June and get up between now and mid-June. So I'm gonna work on planning out those and kind of figuring out when I can film them. I'm just really frustrated because of the state of our downstairs right now. I feel like I can't film 2 of those videos until that's kind of in order, because it limits me in some of the footage I'm able to get with our whole downstairs being a mess. But that's just my real life. But I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you're already. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Follow me on social media down below, and I will see you all in my next vlog.